Hi YouTube! Today we're going to talk about Nintendo and E3. More specifically, we're going to talk about Nintendo at E3. So I'm just going to be blunt here. Nintendo did the best at E3 out of the three major gaming companies. And if you don't agree with me, I say this to you. Nintendo started off right away with the new Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I have another video altogether for that. You can click the link right up here, or you can click a link at the end of the video. Miyamoto made a nice, entertaining entrance. Unfortunately, because the game didn't work as well as it was supposed to, we didn't get quite the look that we were hoping for, but I've seen a lot of the gameplay videos, and it's looking excellent. The Wii Motion Plus looks great, so props to Nintendo on getting that to work well. And from there, Nintendo started to go a little downhill, because then they started off to show off their game Mario Sports Mix, which is, just Mario playing sports. I've never been a fan of sports games, even the ones that involve Mario, but I know there are a lot of people who are actually excited for that, so whatevs. And then they showed off Wii Party, which looks pretty much like how I thought it was gonna be, which is not good, which is crappy, so, yeah. So at this point, my mind is kind of going, oh, this kind of sucks. Nintendo, got all their big stuff out of the way with just Zelda, and now they're already down to the crappy stuff. Lucky for me, that was not the case at all. Because then Nintendo started to show off some of their new DS games coming out, like the Golden Sun DS game, and Dragon Quest IX. And then Epic Mickey came out. I was actually pleasantly surprised with Epic Mickey because I've been looking at it quite a bit recently. My mind has kind of gone from, oh wow, this looks really good, to not so good. But E3 has brought my mindset a little higher. It's shaping up to look like quite a good game. I'm kind of interested in playing it whenever it comes out. And then the really good stuff came out. Donkey Kong Country. Oh my god. When Reggie announced Donkey Kong Country, I think I had the stupidest grin on my face. The music came on, and as soon as I recognized it, I just was so excited. Ah! And then they showed the gameplay in the video for Donkey Kong Country. I'll put a link in the description box down below. You have to watch it if you're a fan. Even if you are not a fan, if you've never played the original Donkey Kong Country, I don't care. You will love this game because everybody loves Donkey Kong Country. End of story. Oh right, I also forgot to mention that they showed off some more gameplay of Metroid Other M, and there was a lot of gameplay on the show floor, which is also looking like it's going to be pretty good. That's kind of old news because it was supposed to be out already, so Nintendo also announced the new Goldeneye 007 game. We also saw footage of the new Kirby game that they announced, Kirby Epic Yarn. The new Kirby game does look good. It's definitely different, only because of the art style, which I think looks pretty cute. It kind of looks like a strange combination between Paper Mario and Yoshi's Story. I'll give it a try. It does look good to me. The gameplay has looked pretty promising so far. So somehow they've been holding this Mario sports game, Donkey Kong Country, Kirby, all behind us, for the past however many years, because a bunch of them are coming out this Christmas. And that was only half of Nintendo's press conference. All of those surprises, all of those games, as great as they were not the whole thing. Because then Nintendo announces, as we knew they were going to, the 3DS. Now first they take the 3DS out. I look at it. Okay, it looks like a DS. It's kind of slimmer, nicer looking. It's got an analog stick, that's good. But not ecstatic or anything at this point. It gets better, because then they show off the new Kid Icarus game, which is looking amazing. The graphics for handheld are godly. In comparison to what Nintendo's been showing off for the Wii, I'm so pleased. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the 3D effects from our screens here at home or anywhere because you can only see them in person. Fortunately, every single person who's played it, at least the people who I've heard, have said things like, I have no idea how it works, but it's amazing. This is so cool. I just don't understand, but I don't care. It looks awesome. It's like it's jumping right off the screen at me. I'm really, really excited to see that in person. I have no idea how long it's gonna be, probably forever, not to mention how expensive it's gonna be. Nonetheless, I'm excited. And then, just to make it even better, Nintendo's like, oh yeah, by the way, all of these companies are making games for the 3DS. No big deal. And they're all huge publishers. Oh my god, so good, so good. Reggie even mentioned things like how 3D movies were going to be able to be rendered in the 3DS, and you can use the 3DS to take pictures and view them in 3D. And then, not that this is necessarily part of Nintendo's press conference, but later that day Nintendo did announce a whole bunch of titles that are coming out on the 3DS all of which are like drool-worthy. Paper Mario 3DS, Star Fox 64 3D, Nintendogs and Cats, Pilot Wings Resort, Ocarina of Time remake, Final Fantasy game, Kingdom Hearts game, Metal Gear Solid, Resident Evil, tons and tons of games. I have another video on that. You can click that at the end of this one. The bottom line is Nintendo's not even bothering trying to combat with Microsoft and Sony at this point because they don't have to. And Nintendo finally gave the nod to their hardcore longtime gamers that they've been holding on by a string, kind of angering little by little. And they said, you know what, you deserve Donkey Kong Country, and you know what, I think our new fans will like it too. And they're exactly right! Meanwhile, Sony and Microsoft are scrambling to make sure that their motion-controlled things are working for them and making sure that those things catch on to the market. So yeah, I am mildly interested in Kinect, and I'm mildly interested in PlayStation Move, but I'm way more interested in the 3DS and in the games that Nintendo's coming out with this year. So unless for some reason I can afford all of that stuff, PlayStation Move, Kinect, don't care. I just want to say thank you to Nintendo. Thank you so much for making me proud to be the fan that I've been claiming to be. E3 was great for Nintendo gamers, and it was great for Nintendo, and I'm so excited to get my hand on these titles and on the 3DS. So excited. For those of you who haven't watched Nintendo's press conference, I'll put the link down below, and I'll also put links to tons of different trailers and stuff down below and in this video everywhere, and I don't even know anymore. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this year's E3. Which company did the best? Do you agree with me about Nintendo, or are you excited about all this stuff like I am? That's all for right now about this. Love you!